Okay, so I'm live on YouTube as well, finally. I'm glad you told me you were using the free version of Canva. I thought the paid versions was what I needed. Nope. I want to say like the first couple of videos that I was making on YouTube, I was in the free version, I want to say. Hey, everybody on YouTube. Come on in. Where's the comments? I do not know how to use YouTube Live, so bear with me. All messages are visible. Oh, there we go. Okay. Um, I made the exact same HTV mug that you did in the Cricut press. Came out great. Thank you. You're welcome. My messages won't stay up on YouTube. Okay. What is your favorite craft to make? So my favorite craft, I don't particularly have a favorite. I just, as long as I can get my colors, to pop. So I guess I'm lying. Maybe sublimation. I think sublimation might be my favorite craft. Because there's so much versatility with it. But yeah, I think sublimation. My YouTube page is Angel B Designs. All right, YouTube. YouTube got some questions coming in. Hey, Brandon. Hey. Do we need a specific type of ink to transfer onto satin? I would say sublimation. You can use sublimation, or you can use infusible ink on satin. Okay, I don't like this live on my tablet. All right. Trying to make sure I'm answering everybody's questions. So I am live on YouTube and I'm live on Facebook, in my Facebook group. All right. Do you have to put shrink wrap around your cups or just tape? You can use just tape. I've never used shrink wrap. So you can do either one, whichever one works for you. All you need to do is be able to create the pressure on your cup, so that if there's any gaps in between your paper and your cup, that's going to create ghosting, or it's not going to have a good ink transfer. So whatever works. I've tried shrink wrap before and it did not work for me. So the painter's tape always worked. It's whatever works for you. How do you avoid lines when pressing polyester shirts around the image? If you're using a an easy press, use a Teflon sheet in between. The Teflon, you can either use a Teflon sheet or you can use those pads. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the what are they called? The Teflon, the little pads that you can put in between your shirt and your you put it under your shirt. And then you press on top of that, and that will help to remove the lines when you're pressing. I've used it before on my channel. I can't think of the official name, and I got it off of Amazon, but it's like a Teflon little pad, protector pad. Pressing pillow. Thank you, Ramona. It's a pressing pillow. And you can find them on Amazon. But that'll help to get rid of the lines if you're using an easy press. Can you do a tutorial on how to start a YouTube page with effects? I do have one on my channel. I did start a new YouTube channel. It's a business YouTube channel. It'll be all things business and how to start a business, run a business, and that includes YouTube as well. So I will give you guys the link to that so you can subscribe. I'll start doing videos for that one next week. Let me look on YouTube. I have Infusible ink markers being delivered tomorrow. I want to try those, the markers. I was just saying that I wanted to try it with a Mother's Day card. Oh, you said using a heat press. Either or. If you're using a heat press or an easy press, use a pressing pillow. That'll help. What other materials do I need when using infusible ink on face masks? You would need butcher paper to protect your pad from any ink transferring onto either your protective pad or whatever you're pressing on. But really all you need is the mask, the mat or pressing pad, or if you're using a heat press, it's already on there. If you're using an easy press, just use the pressing pad that came with it. And then really the ink, that's it. Okay. Sorry, y'all, I'm trying to keep up with all the questions. What software do you use to cut your big images so you can print them? I use Silhouette to print bigger images. Like if I need something bigger than what Cricut Design Space allows. Sorry guys, on YouTube, I'm trying to set my iPad here. So if I'm printing out in Silhouette and it needs to be a bigger size, let's say 11 by 13, then yeah, I use Silhouette. Where do you get your shirts for Sublimation? JiffyShirts.com. I use 100% polyester shirts from JiffyShirts.com. Those are my favorite ones so far. I'm getting ready to order the Hypo Sublimation ink you featured in one of your videos. Do you feel it's still worth its purchase, or is there another brand of ink you recommend? I still like it. Any video that I've done with sublimation after I put that sublimation ink inside of my printer has been with that ink. So I definitely still recommend the Hypo ink. I've also used InkX Pro. They're both good. To me, the quality is exactly the same. InkX Pro and Hypo ink, quality is the same. There's no difference in my projects. How bad is the smell of the sublimation? I don't get a smell with sublimation. What do you mean? Like from the, I don't get a smell. Do y'all get a smell with sublimation? Like the ink or the shirt? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Because I don't necessarily, when I'm pressing sublimation, like a sublimation shirt, I don't really get an odor. So I'm not sure. The only thing that I've used thus far that really has an odor is the Cricut mug press, and it only did it like the first 2 times. You know when after the summer and you first cut your heat on and it kind of has a little odor because you haven't used it in a while? That's what the Cricut mug press smelled like when you first used it. But other than that, I've never had a smell when I was sublimating something. Do you create all of your designs from scratch or do you buy them? Both. Sometimes I'll buy something from Etsy and then I will add to it to make it my own. I don't resell it if I do that. The only things that I sell are things that I've created. So if I purchase something from Etsy and then I add to it to make it my own, I don't resell it because you don't want to resell somebody else's work. Mug press has a little bit of a bad smell. Yeah, it did. Like the first, like I said, the first couple times I used it, it smelled like how it smells when you first turn your heat on after the summertime. What shirt is that I haven't found any 100% polyester? The one I use the 100% polyester shirts from jiffyshirts.com. So if you go to jiffyshirts.com and then you type in the search bar 100% polyester, or you go on the filter side and you filter out 100% polyester, it's actually a Gildan shirt. It's a Gildan Performance 100% polyester, and it's from jiffyshirts.com. JIFFY shirts.com. I'm gonna have to go live on my laptop on YouTube because I don't like how this looks. I keep having to find the comments. What kind of sublimation are you using to print images on dark fabrics? You can't really sublimate on dark fabrics. It doesn't really matter what kind of ink you use. I mean, unless you're gonna print. I mean, unless you're gonna do like easy subli or sublimating on the white glitter. That's the only way you'll be able to get it on the dark fabrics. Do they fit true to size? Yes, they do. The polyester shirts from Jiffy are true to size. Those are my favorite sublimation shirts. You can sub on like darker colors, but they can't be dark like a navy blue. You can do like the pastel pink, or like the baby blue, the powder blue. You can sub on those. It's just going to have a vintage look to it. The colors are not going to be extremely vibrant or colorful the way they would if it was on white. Because the way sublimation ink works is it adheres to the fabric. So, and it's also not going to be true to color either. So the sublimation ink adheres to the fabric. So let's say you have blue ink and then you put it on a yellow shirt. It's gonna, what does blue and yellow make? Green? Isn't that green? Your color is gonna come out green because it's gonna adhere, the blue ink is gonna adhere to that yellow shirt, and it's gonna change the color of your sublimation ink. That's just how sublimation works. The ink works. I've never heard of a sublimation smell. Yeah, me either. I'm not sure what that was about. I wanted to say thank you for the mom grandma towels and keychains. They are coming in the mail now. Great. You're welcome. What paper do I need to use for infusible ink? Infusible ink comes on paper already when you purchase it. So you don't have to purchase anything but the infusible ink. When you buy it, and I don't have any, well, I'm not going to get up right now and go get it. But when you buy it, it comes in a roll, like a vinyl roll. And you just unroll it and you put it on your mat, and then it's going to cut your image out of the infusible ink already. So there's, all you have to do is buy the infusible ink and then a press. So you really don't need nothing else. You don't need a printer. You cut it. It's cut the exact same way you would cut vinyl. It's just ink rather than vinyl. Which specific shirt is it from Jiffy? Sorry if you answered this, I stepped away. It's the it's a Gildan Performance 100% polyester shirt. So you can search Gildan Performance, or you can go over on the side of the screen where it has the filters, and you can filter out your material to 100% polyester, and it'll give you all of the polyester shirts they have. That's how I found it. But it's a Gildan Performance 100% polyester shirt. Hey Facebook, if you guys just popped in, I'm just doing a Q&A about crafts. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop them down. Let me see what time it is. I gotta get my kids from daycare, so I got a couple more minutes here. Do you have any feedback on the Sawgrass SG500 printer? I don't. I've never used it. I was looking into some of the Sawgrass printers. I've heard good things about it per YouTube videos. Right now I'm using the Epson printer. I have the 7720. I've used the 7210. They both work. I have heard that the 7710 is discontinued. Um, so if there ever comes a day where my 7720 doesn't work anymore, then I'll probably try a Sawgrass. Shipping with Jiffy. Listen, Jiffy be on it, okay? You purchase something from Jiffy today, you gonna get it by either tomorrow or Saturday. I think they have somebody sitting in their warehouse and they're taking your shirt and they're bringing it right to your house, because I have ordered from Jiffy. Like, I think if it's you order before a certain time, like if you order before 3 o'clock today, you'll get it by tomorrow. Jiffy is no joke, okay, when it comes to the shipping. The only time they were slow was like when the pandemic first happened last year, where shipping was just crazy for everybody. But other than that, listen, Jiffy bring you your shirts personally. Have to, because they are so fast. They are so fast. You meant the infusible, oh, markers, not the sheets. Let me go back to what your original question was. Oh, what kind of paper do you have to use for the infusible ink? Okay, gotcha. I'm not 100% sure if you have to have a certain paper. I don't think so. I've never heard it, but I also haven't tried it. I am going to be trying to probably within the next week or so. I'm going to try a Mother's Day card, and I'm going to use the infusible markers. Um I'm going to try it with cardstock. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm not for sure if there's a specific kind of paper that you need. Can you do a video about pricing that includes not only paying yourself, but overhead expenses? Sure, I can do a video and talk. I was just talking about that with Facebook. That was one of the first questions I got. But there's an app that you can download on your phone. I'm not sure if it's on Google, but I know that it is in the Apple store. It's either called Pricing Calculator or Crafting Calculator, something like that. And basically what I do, how I first started coming up with my prices, because I don't really sell my crafts anymore. What I do is I start with the price that, how much it costs me to buy the materials. So if my shirt costs me $5 and my vinyl costs me $2 for this one shirt, we're going to start with $7. Now, if I've decided that as a business owner, I want to make $10 an hour, then I'm going to add that in too. So if it takes me 1 hour to make this shirt and it was $7 in materials, now we're at $17. And normally what I'll do is I'll just round it up. And my shirts were $20 a shirt. Obviously with sublimation, you want to maybe go up because sublimation ink does cost more. But I would say start with how much your materials cost you, and then start with how much as a business owner you want to make per hour. And that's completely up to you. So if you want to make $10 an hour, then charge $10 an hour. If you want to make $12 an hour, then it would be $12 if it took you 1 hour to make that shirt. That's $12 plus $7 because that's how much it cost me to buy the materials for the shirt. Now we're at $19. Like I said, I just round up. I like to round up to a solid number, so 20, 25, 30. But that's just how I did it. Why don't you sell your crafts anymore? I got burned out way too quick. So last year when I started, like graphic design is what I'm really passionate about. It's what I really enjoy doing. And that's how I just thought that graphic design and crafting went hand in hand. So I sold my crafts. I also did graphic design, and then I just got really burned out. I didn't enjoy crafting anymore. And I don't want to not enjoy crafting because it's a stress reliever for me. So I kind of was like, okay, which one do I enjoy more? Which one do I want to do for work? So I picked graphic design is what I'm going to do for work. That's what, like, that. If I have an official title, it's a graphic designer. And then I craft as a hobby. But doing both was just, I just got burned out too quick, and I didn't enjoy it anymore. I want to start a t-shirt brand, but I don't know the best way to transfer multiple colored image on a t-shirt. It would have to, you could do easy subli if you want to sublimate. You could do printing, I keep saying print and cut, but it's a printable vinyl. Um, yeah, either easy subli or printable vinyl is how you would get them, like the multiple color image. I have tons. I think I have like at least 2 or 3 videos on my channel about that. Um, Look at the video how to use print and cut, and I did a pretty vibrant picture on a white hoodie. Jiffy is no joke. Absolutely, Jiffy be on it. Are you self-taught with graphic design? I started off as self-taught, but I have taken classes. I've taken classes at OCC. I took some at last year and the beginning of this year. And then I have also taken at least 5 to 6 classes with graphic designers. Basically, like, I'll find a graphic designer that's having a class and, just take one of their classes. So I've done at least like 5 to 6 of those. And then I took some classes at OCC as well. So I started off self-taught, and then I wanted to elevate my skills. I wanted to learn Photoshop. I wanted to learn everything I could learn about it. SEO, because I do websites as well. So I wanted to be able to offer SEO when I'm building a website, because that's how you charge. I charge $600 for a brand new website. So in order to be able to charge that kind of price, you can't just make a website and give it to somebody. Like, you have to include SEO. There's all types of back end things that you have to include with that website in order to justify the price. So I've definitely taken classes to learn as much as I can about it so that I can offer the best, experience with me. Can you make good money selling items we make with our designs? Absolutely. The one thing I've learned about Etsy, I don't use it that often. I have like, well, I'm not going to say that. I get probably at least 10 sales a day on Etsy on my designs. I don't sell physical products on Etsy. The designs I have on Etsy are designs that I made to put on shirts, and then like I put that in my Etsy shop for other people to order. The thing about Etsy is you have to optimize the SEO. So Etsy, and it's just like their algorithm is just like the YouTube algorithm. If once you start to get sales, they start to recommend your products to more people who might be interested in your shop. So when you're first starting out, you have to utilize the SEO. You have to utilize the tags. When you're making your titles, you have to make sure that your titles are catchy, your titles are something searchable. That's really how you're going to make the most money if you're selling on like Etsy. Because people go into Etsy, they type in the search bar, um, I don't know, body butter or handmade body butter or all natural shea butter. So you want to make sure that when you're putting your items up there, you have the tags, because they give you like, what is it, like 20 tags, 13 tags, something like that. Utilize every single one, and that's how you're going to make your sales go up. If you don't have a following, you have to utilize the SEO. I will say the one thing about online selling is SEO is a big, big, big key. Love you from my Nigeria. Oh, thank you. Love you too. Can't watch right now, but wanted to say hey. Hey, it'll be on my channel. It should be on my channel, hopefully. 13 tags on Etsy. So yeah, use all 13 of them. Use all 13 of them and make them like relevant and searchable. So like when you're making your tags, think about what you would go on to Etsy to search for. So if you're going into Etsy and you're typing, um, I don't know, black woman drinking coffee or black woman SVGs or black women PNGs. If that's something that you would search, then it needs to, and if that's something that you're selling, like you're selling that on something, then that needs to be one of your tags because that's what other people are searching too. I don't know how many times I've typed in like black woman PNG and images come up and t-shirts come up because whoever's making that t-shirt, I'm looking for an image, but whoever's making that t-shirt put that in their tags or in their title, so that came up too. So think about stuff that you would search and make sure that those words, those keywords are in your titles and in your tags, and that's how you would make a lot of money on Etsy utilizing Etsy's SEO. That's what I'm learning now, is to make my own designs. Yeah, I will definitely say I do make a lot of money on Etsy just off of those designs, and none of them are more than $4. I think I have one that's $3 and one that's $4, and I probably I don't I don't even know how much. It's like I get like a $80 deposit once a week from Etsy off of $4 images. So if you can design your own images and put them on Etsy, I would definitely do that. Okay, let me see what time it is. What time is it? All right. So it's after 5, guys. I do have to go get my kids from daycare. But thank you so much for coming to talk to me. This definitely helped with my anxiety. I do have anxiety going live. I don't know why. I get so anxious going live. Um, but I'm gonna try to go live at least once a week on both Instagram. I'm sorry, not Instagram, on both Facebook and YouTube. So definitely look out. I'll be trying to go live more often. But thanks so much for coming to talk to me, guys. I will see y'all later.